Greetings and welcome to Smartwatch Ticks 2018 Smartwatch Holiday Buyer's Guide for the ladies. These are all ladies' watches in a variety of different looks and styles, and we're going to present them to you today. Which one's best? Yeah, guys, you've learned that you cannot define what's best. Who looks the best, who cooks the best, or whose watch is the best. But you can say, wow, that's really pretty. That's unique. That's something else. And they're all here. Here's how it's going to go down. I'm going to show you some of these quickly right now, and then we're going to proceed with little 1-minute reviews of each and every one of the ladies' watches that came out during 2018. And you decide for yourself. If you like one of them, check the show notes down below this video for a link to get you over to that particular watch review. Check out the review, and if you want to buy it, look in the show notes of that review, and that's where you'll find the buying links that'll take you over and you can pick it up. So, a way of gathering everything together and giving you a summary in one category. I do want to highlight one of these though, and that's this one right here with a front-facing camera. Hello everybody, there I am. This is the S216. And it's an Android smartwatch with a front-facing camera. It's the only one we've got that's got the smaller screen that would work for a woman's arm, actually. Most of these puppies are really big, and some of them are humongous, meant for the Hulk or Thor. But this particular one is sweet, and it's an Android watch, and it has a front-facing camera. So if I were to pick the best of the best, it would be this one, the S216. But it's a full-on Android watch. It's not a fashion watch like these. So totally up to you. That's great. These are awesome as well. Check a look. Take a look and check out what some of these look like. This is available with diamonds emulated on it. The smartwatch itself is in the center, and you can tap anywhere around the edges when you get it fired up and then zoom around it. You've got sensors for doing heart rate. Got a review on this one. How about this guy? This one's a fun one. Oh, it's already on and going. Oh, by the way, this comes in a variety of different colors. So does this one. This is kind of an eggshell around the edge, and excuse my male arm, but there you go. On an appropriate sized arm with the appropriate outfit, this would make an incredible watch with blood pressure, heart rate, blood oxygen, all sorts of things in a lot of these. See, flickering there. You've got this odd looking little thing, kind of like E.T., in different colors as well. We have thin bands, thick bands. We have some that start to border on bands, you know, as opposed to watches. And these start then to cross over into the fitness band area, of which we've reviewed a few. Here are some of them. Again, these would work fine for ladies to wear, and they have the blended fitness stuff, and they tether to phones, so they're smartwatches. There's the names and numbers. I'm not going to be doing video coverage of these in this ladies' watch section, but if anything jumps out at you, you can grab the name and run over and look it up on our YouTube videos. Here's a few more to give you a little different selection. These are slightly larger. But again, they all work for women and men, but in particular, they will work and look good on a smaller wristed individual. Could be a kid even, too. Then you get into these kind of crossover things that are quasi-fitness and watch. And we've got a few of those here, too. They're really nice. We'll try to cover some of those in this video. And then something like this, which we've actually modified the bezel on here. We have videos that talk about changing out the bands with some really fun, creative bands that you can buy. And these bezels, this channel's rich with a lot of stuff, all related to smartwatches. So, without any further ado, let's begin the parade of watches. We'll start with this Android one and then just work our way through the rest. Cut it off whenever you want, skip through what you don't need, and hopefully you'll find something that tickles somebody's fancy this holiday season. Are you ready after all this time? A ladies' Android smartwatch with front-facing camera, edge-to-edge screen, Android 5.1 technology doing all the standard things we've come to expect from these watches, including notifications, a full app drawer, and built-in Bluetooth calling. Like I mentioned, there's a front-facing camera on this one that allows you, if you want to do video chatting or any kind of recording of video right on your arm. It's a sweet little watch. It's the ZGPax S216. Check it out. Whoa, look at this one. Specifically designed with the ladies in mind and a touch-sensitive face. You can have step count, distance traveled, calories burned. You also get blood oxygen and your heart rate on this screen. We've got a nice leather band bejeweled around the actual display and comes in a variety of different colors as well. The N2, and in addition to all of the sports and health, you also have blood pressure. Blood pressure, heart rate, blood oxygen, all of which can sync to a new app we haven't seen before on your smartphone. And you can accumulate data there and even compare your step count results with others. You have an off button and a version number and back to your basic time. Once again, ladies' watch, full sports fitness N2. Check it out. Okay, if you can get past this big ugly arm, imagine you're looking at a lady's wrist with time, step count, calories burned, distance walked, heart rate, blood pressure, blood oxygen, a whole variety of sports from walking to running to cycling, and on and on and on and on and on and on, all here for you with message notifications and more. When you're tethered to your phone, you got to power off or find your phone feature, stopwatch, about information, reset information, and back to time. This is the X6. It's the X6 from Microware. It comes with different colors of metal bodies and silver and gold and black and white bezels and black bezels and a terrific little dress watch for the ladies. Check it out. How would you like a fitness, wellness, health band that does all of this? With these three amazing watch faces, real-time heart rate, steps, calories, kilometers, sleep time, real-time blood pressure, selfie, messages, and power off. This thing, the Newwear Q8, does it all, and it truly does real heart rate 24/7 with the band on, and it shows up simultaneously in the app. Nobody else does that. Check it out, the Q8. This cute little watch is a Bakey product. It's the H8. It's an heart rate, blood pressure reading women's watch. It does fitness as well as health computations. You have last night's sleep time and weather built into it as well. You can read messages pushed from your phone and a variety of sports activities, all icon driven like running, walking, and climbing. You've got biking, swimming, basketball, tennis, and football. Yep, it's all guys. You can go into any one of those and start a process if you'd like to. You have a built-in stopwatch that will time down to the tenths of a second that you can pause and, of course, restart back to the opening screen with date, time, and weather on it. It's the H8 from Bakey. It's a pretty nice ladies' watch with diamonds in a variety of different colors and available right now. Check it out. This is the N58 PPG and ECG high technology electrocardiograph measuring smartwatch. You have all of your pedometer count, you have heart rate, you have blood pressure, and when you get to this mode, and press and hold, you enter the actual ECG. Touching the ring around the edge gives you your legitimate heart rate at the moment using electrode technology. Can you tell if it's real? Absolutely. Just mess around with it a little bit, and then it'll settle down when you connect back up again. Really fancy technology, fully IP67 waterproof, and in addition to all of those features, it has last night's sleep time, messages pushed from your phone, a whole variety of sporting activities you can go into, like running or walking, hiking, biking, and a variety of ball sports as well. You have a timer, you can find your phone when you're tethered, and of course you can turn the band off. It is an amazing watch. It's the N58 ECG PPG smartwatch. Check it out. This is the Q3. It's a cute little band that has its own custom watch faces, step count, distance travel, calories burned, last night's sleep information. You can do real-time heart rate and blood pressure on it, and a variety of sporting activities with great graphics, including running, cycling, push-ups, walking, and yes, swimming. Tennis as well. It's got some pretty interesting ways of doing swimming too. Definitely worth taking a look at. These are your notification pushes. Here's where you can get into your settings and you're back to time. Check it out. It's called the Q3. Really nice little fitness band. This is the new Zeblaze Crystal 2 with selectable themes and selectable watch faces. Your basic step count, calories burned, and miles traveled from a pedometer. Your heart rate, analyzed, of course, through the PPG sensors in the back. Sleep time from last night. Messages that are pushed from your phone to your watch. And a whole sports section that includes running with all of its data, walking, hiking, cycling, and a few other interesting sports here as well. After you get through any of those, you can come back and pass that data to the tethered app on your phone. You have a built-in stopwatch, the ability to find your phone, and an off button to turn the Crystal 2 off and save on its already long life battery. Check it out, called the Zeblaze Crystal 2. This is the S3 fitness tracker for ladies. It's a really nice, beautifully designed watch that does step count, cycling information, heart rate, and more. When you get into the details, it supports a couple of different sports. When you activate them, they begin tracking your movement as you're working out and will report back the results. When you're finished, it can transfer that to an app. In addition to all of this, you can do heart rate, and you can actually set on the app a high and a low target rate so that when you're doing the heart rate computations from the app, you can get live recording of your process and be beeped either if you exceed or go under your threshold. Check it out. It's a really nice ladies band, the S3. Are you ready to take your biometric readings to a whole new level? Well, check out the S3 from Hesit. This is the band on the left with current data of time, battery level, your step count, calories burned, distance traveled, and last night's sleep time. In the app, all that stuff's broken down to finer detail. You also can calculate, of course, your heart rate, but new categories here of wrist humidity, that's right, how wet your arm is, how much you're sweating, and a really interesting new area, your skin temperature, your wrist skin temperature, and your overall wrist temperature, which is different, and the difference between the two with an alarm that will warn you if your overall body temperature is too high. That's right. You've got also barometric pressure down at the bottom. It can be set up for automatic readings of all this stuff every hour with some really nice graphs displaying information that you can then determine how well you're doing. You're looking at the S3, okay, from Hesit. Check it out. Very interesting little band.
This is the Makas BR1. It's a fitness watch with built-in GPS, underwater capability with IP67 waterproofing. You can track your steps, your distance, your energy easily on the screen. You have access to a heart rate monitor and an ECG fatigue measurement system built into the watch with messaging, scheduling, stopwatch, timer, settings, and more. As far as sports go, tremendous number of sporting activities that you can choose from. Anything you like, including swimming, being that it's an underwater watch. And you have a flashlight and the ability to save power and shut your watch off right from the screen. You got it, the Makas BR1.
This is the SN60. It's a seriously waterproof fitness and sports band. Couple of watch faces. You've actually got weather on this one. When it's tethered to the Fundu Pro app, you can collect steps, distance traveled, and calories burned in an icon-driven black and white screen, last night's sleep report, and you have a health area where you can monitor your heart rate, your blood pressure, and your blood oxygen right on the screen. You also have a fitness sports area that covers multiple different types of sporting activities, any of which you can go into easily by tapping the button and running through them. It includes climbing, but there is no onboard GPS with this watch. You have the ability to read your messages on the screen and a toolbox where you can find your phone, look at the version, not the vision of the watch, check the QR code for downloading the tethering app, have a stopwatch, reset it, or power it down. You also can turn on or off the twist wrist to see the time. And that is the SN60 Sports Fitness Watch. Really thin, really waterproof. Check it out. Here's a fun little sports fitness watch. Check this one out. It's called the Microware S2. It has the twist your arm to show the red time, or press and hold after the blue colorful display comes on, and you can change watch faces to a couple of different ones, including high contrast black and white. You've got your step count, distance traveled, and calories burned computed. In addition, a training section that when you press and hold brings up this panel where you have stopwatch, heart rate, and steps walked. You can factor that in when you transfer it to the app in your phone. You have blood pressure, heart rate, and blood oxygen all taken on this watch, including notifications of messages and more. From here, you can enter a stopwatch mode, find your phone, look at your address, power off the watch to save battery, or wipe it out of its data and reset it. That's what you get inside the Microware S2 color fitness band that comes with a really nice, almost cowhide soft leather and a beautiful, exquisite, solid build, IP67, totally waterproof, removable bands, Microware S2. Look at this one. It's the Xiaomi Amazfit Midong Core. Yep, it's called the Core. These are stock watch faces. That is a downloadable one that does 12-hour. These are all in 24 hours, you can see. You've got other things like locking the screen capability, finding your phone, nice and loud. You've got brightness and resets and abouts and restarts and all these different things. And beyond that, you have status that shows you your step count, your heart rate, your distance traveled, and your calories burned, even sedentary minutes. Don't have any of those. You've got notifications from your watch, special exercise you can go into instantly starting to track your stuff. You got weather, highs and lows in centigrade or Fahrenheit. Yep, you can change it. Change your city if you want to. Daily forecasts over the next 4 days. You got alarms, countdown timers, count up timers, and the settings we just looked at. You can check your power level and go into the do not disturb mode, either automatically or manually. And if that isn't enough, from the associated app, you've never seen this before, behavior tagging. Yeah, you pick anything from jumping rope to ping pong to sitting to brushing your teeth and bathing or whatever you do with yourself, you can set up in custom. And when you start it, watch this, it's going to count down, take you into a mode where if you go up here and tap on here, you get a graph showing your acceleration in 3 degrees of freedom, all your different axes tracked live on your watch, no matter what you're doing with your arm. So, the Amazfit Core. Lino, folks, the Lino M7. Sports and fitness band with one button that lets you do everything, including blood pressure, heart rate, blood oxygen, find your phone, turn it on and off, and training options for cycling, running, and swimming. All this and more in a device that has TPU, removable bands, and is completely waterproof. Check it out, the M7. It's the P1, folks, from iWowFit. It is an amazing sports and fitness watch. You have the ability to do free mode runs or any of these category optimized runs, monitoring your heart rate as well as your GPS distance. You can set flags to vibrate on a variety of different notifications. You can do the same thing for cycling, fast walking, and more. You have the ability to monitor your heart rate directly and your fatigue. And the fatigue is based off of that new concept of ECG, electrocardiograms, using electrodes on the watch on the bottom and also right here on the front where you touch and hold with this against your skin and you get the readings. Really powerful watch. It's from iWowFit. It's available right now, and it has the brightest screen of any I've ever seen. This is the lowest setting. Check it out. We got a full review on it. Woohoo! What you gonna do? This is the SMA Q2. It's a brand new upgrade to the original SMA Time, and it's got all sorts of things in it. You know, it's got exactly what the SMA Time had in it. You can do heart rate, you can do running, you can change settings, and you can play with tools, and that's about it. But it's got an always-on LCD screen, and if it turns itself off, you can always turn the light on to see it in the dark. Really interesting thing, really nice watch, does everything you want it to do as long as all you want to do is run, and like I said, it's exactly identical to the original SMA Time.